1077 The Bronx and 1077thebronx.com live from the home of the Cardinals. We have a great matchup today. I'm Ryan Connolly alongside Mike Riccione. Mike, how are we doing today?
Things are going really good right now. So now let's run down the lineup for Pennington. Leading off is Ricky Eng. He is at second. David Iorio will bat second in center field. Luke Blair will bat third. He is the designated hitter. Wilk Pasomaras, he is the cleanup hitter at short. Ryan Harris is batting fifth. He is the pitcher. Chad Brunner will be batting sixth at third base. Amir Hassan will be batting seventh at first. Sid Spencer will be batting eighth in right field. And Peter Vassan will bat ninth at second base. And in left field for Pennington, he is not in the lineup. He is being DH'd for Rob Omrad. And your defense for the Lawrence Cardinals from left to right is going to be Shane McGuire in left, Aiden Jodoin in center, Ryan Castrol in right. The infield from left to right, Joey Heiner is at third, Adam Zakaria is at short, Hunter Rivera is at second, and Ryan Sullivan is at first. The battery, Colin D'Angelo on the mound, and Chris Nevius on, behind the plate.
Ricky Eng is up to face Lawrence pitcher. Go for the pitch, and the first one will be called strike.
Good way to start the ball game.
Pitching for the Cardinals is Colin D'Angelo, and that one's going to be hit right past the shortstop into play as Ricky will get a single.
Nice piece of hitting by Ricky Eng, just past Sakari over there at short into left field, and that's a good way to start after down 0-1 count.
It's crazy. I just saw that exact play. I was watching the Yankees game last night. Aaron Judge was right up at bat, hit the exact same spot right past the shortstop where he couldn't get it, and went into the field for a nice single.
Exactly right, and that's exactly what you need to do.
And now,
any way you can get on base.
Now up we have number 10, David Oreo. And D'Angelo will go for the pitch. And this one is shown bunt, called strike.
I wonder if he's actually committed to that bunt over there. He kind of pulled it back really quick.
I don't think he's going to end up bunting this time.
I mean, you're down one strike. You could have one more opportunity to bat. If you're optimistic, two more chances.
And D'Angelo keeping Eng honest over at first base, not letting him go anywhere.
Yeah, Eng over there has a healthy lead at first base over there. He's 1 foot's out of the dirt, 1 foot's in the grass.
And, being a leadoff hitters. And Oreo takes this one deep to right field, and they're going to make the play. And he's going to try to steal second, and Ricky Eng successfully steals second, but the ball was caught out. So 1 out for Pennington in this one.
That's very aggressive base running by Ricky Eng in that one. He knows that the pop fly is going to take Ryan Castro way out to the first base side in foul territory, so he tags up and he gets in there easily.
Castro showing great speed on that run. The ball was foul, but he actually managed to stretch out with his right hand to catch that ball. Close pitch by D'Angelo here as Luke Blanc is up at bat.
And even though that nearly hit Blair over there, it's really nice to, show that you're not going to back down on that mound.
And Blair tips one off.
Colin D'Angelo right now, he's making some good pitches.
I agree. I think
even though he does have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, they do have a guy at second, but I still think D'Angelo is showing great speed with his pitches. He's placing them where he wants to go. And this one is tipped off again by Blair. Well, he is showing great speed and velocity with his pitches. I think he's putting them where he wants to go, but the command could just be a little bit better. And I think that would be a big help in today's ball game,
Absolutely. And Luke Blair right now fouling off pitches, trying to see if he can get one of what he wants. I don't think he's going to get what he wants here.
I don't think so either. And this one's a high pitch by D'Angelo.
Not a bad pitch. You have strikes to play around. You have balls to play around with here.
Yes, he does.
So just try to experiment. That's not a bad experiment right there by Colin D'Angelo.
And D'Angelo goes for the pitch, and this one's a little bit low, called ball.
Ooh, from my vantage point, it looks like it caught the knees, but
Yeah.
the umpire has the different call.
View. But yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Mike. That looked okay to me. Definitely enough to be in the strike zone.
Yeah, but
and
now
D'Angelo throws to second. That will not get Ang out.
But now you can't play around here. You have to find his out pitch here. You have to get Blair out right now. No more playing around.
D'Angelo looking back at second, making sure Ang will not go. And D'Angelo goes to the pitch, and this is going to be called strike as Ang. And that's going to be a double play for the Cardinals. Wow.
What beautiful execution.
Right after
freezing Blair on that outside corner, and then the throw to third to catch Ricky Ang. What a great play by Chris Nevius.
Beautifully executed by the Cardinals. We'll be right back for some more Cardinal baseball in the bottom of the first inning to see what these Cardinal batters can do here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. And up to bat first will be Ryan Castro playing right field right now.
Castro, in the last couple of broadcasts that we have, he hasn't really seemed to be going too well with the bat. But, even the best have slumps.
Of course,
and
of course.
I think he's going to be able to, get out of that funk today.
Absolutely,
It seems like the coach trusts him. He's still at that top of that lineup. So I think when you know that you have that trust, I think it gives you a bit more confidence.
Absolutely. Castro will take the first one as a strike.
Not a bad pitch to take. Got to see what the pitcher has out there. In this case, the pitcher is Harris.
Yeah, Ryan Harris. Lefty Ryan Harris, to be exact. And Castro's going to hit this one up the middle right to the shortstop, and this one's going to be called out as he threw it over to first base to get the ground out.
Great play over there by the shortstop, Somras, to get the ball. And it looked like it took a weird hop, as these things do out here on turf.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he stuck with it, and a nice throw over to first and getting Ryan Castro off the bases to start the inning.
Absolutely, and this one is fouled off by Hunter Rivera, number one. Being a baseball player, especially an infielder, you got to have great reflexes, because this ball can take whatever hop, turn, twist, whatever it wants to, and you got to be able to catch that when it coming your way. So you got to give them props for that. And
Very good defense.
Rivera will take this one as a ball. Count now 1-1 for Hunter Rivera.
Now, speaking about someone who has confidence, here's what we've seen throughout our broadcast. Hunter Rivera, our first broadcast, he started batting 9th. Our last broadcast on the Bronx, he was batting 6th. But now he's batting in the 2-hole. He's been playing some really good baseball.
Absolutely. We've seen him improve all season long. He started off as just someone who was a good help to the team, but now he's one of the drastic members, as he's going to hit this one over the pitcher's head to the shortstop, barehanded, and they're going to get the out at first. Great play.
Somras really reading the balls off this turf today, and he even barehands that one. The throw was a little bit lackluster, but it still gets Rivera out.
Exactly.
And for Somras, really playing really good for the for Pennington right now.
Barehanding is very risky because like you were saying, the ball does hop around before, and that's even tough to catch with the glove. Now barehanding it is even harder, and just to make a play like that and a throw like that to get the out, that shows talent right there. And up now we have number 8, Ryan Sullivan. Sullivan has last few weeks has been really versatile, pitching, first base, even in the batter's box doing well.
Something that I like from Ryan Sullivan in the batter's box is that he sees the ball really well. Although sometimes he's a little bit too patient, he's not going to swing at bad pitches.
That will be a strikeout for Ryan Sullivan, and that will be the end of the first inning as Pennington zeros the Cardinals in the end of this one. So we'll be right back at the top of the second to see who will score first in this very close game here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
107.7 The Bronx is on deck. Let's go back to our Bronx broadcasters for this presentation of the Lawrence High School Cardinals baseball, only on 107.7 The Bronx.
Play ball!
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back at the Cardinals field as number 9 on Pennington, Samaros. He is up to bat and trying to do some damage.
He had a really good defense in the first inning, making 2 really nice plays that could have been hits for both Ryan Castro and Hunter Rivera. But if it wasn't for his defense, who knows? We might have been looking at a whole different game to this point.
As Samaras, he just fouled one off. It was a hard foul too. He's very athletic and he's a tall kid. He's looking about like 6'2", 6'3".
It seems like he can do it all out there.
And at his speed at shortstop, that's a lethal weapon right there. And he's going to drill this one over to right field, and he's going to safely get to first base. Great contact with that ball. Way to really look that one out.
And it's nice and simple. You're not trying to do too much. Get that outside pitch, and you take it the other way, right in between the first and the second baseman, Ryan Sullivan and Hunter Rivera, into right field. And there you go. You got a leadoff runner on base, and he's taking a healthy lead out there right now.
Up now we have the pitcher Ryan Harris up to bat.
Now there is a designated hitter for Pennington, but as we said, as I mentioned in the first broadcast, in high school anything can really happen. The pitchers they also play positions as well. As we saw Ryan Castro, he was the starter in our first broadcast, and every other broadcast he's started in right field. So, yet again, this is completely normal.
So this one was a high pitch ball to the right. We call it a ball.
Right now, D'Angelo's got to get it all together right now.
And another high ball by D'Angelo.
I wonder if D'Angelo is a bit worried right now. He's been missing high 3 times.
Yeah. Sometimes they have to do that, and just in order to compose themselves in the end. If you don't feel comfortable throwing the strike zone, you got to throw outside balls, trying to make them swing. But D'Angelo just walked him, so now there's 2 guys on base. We have Harris over at first and Samaras over at second, and up to bat is Amir Hassan. Amir, another kid that looks like he's going to be a big power hitter.
I believe you mean Chad Bruner?
Yes, Chad Bruner. Excuse me. And Bruner's going to hit this one right between the first and second baseman. Go right into right field for Ryan Castro. No one will score.
I thought Somers was going to try to make a run for it over at third, but Ryan Castro, way to cut it off out there in right field. Make sure you keep the bases loaded and make sure you keep that game scoreless.
Absolutely. Somers saw Ryan Castro have that ball, and, if you know Ryan Castro, he's got an arm out there, so you wouldn't want to try to run on him. Might as well just keep the bases loaded and let the next hitter do his work. And now we have Amir Hassan up to bat.
Saw the team's first baseman here in the game.
That one is going to be called a ball. That one looked pretty good to me. It must have been a little outside for the umpire's liking.
Yeah, it just seemed like it was a little bit outside. It looks like that's probably where it's going to call.
And again, this one is outside again. In the beginning of the game, D'Angelo had great control of his ball, and now he's slacking on the strike zone a little bit. And this one is a high fly ball, foul.
Now, he did make contact on that foul ball, but it was in the zone, and that's what D'Angelo needs to throw. He needs to throw strikes right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to get himself out of this jam.
Because he hasn't really been doing that to this point. And it's gotten him in trouble. Bases loaded, nobody out. You need an out right here.
And this one is a little blooper right to the pitcher. He's going to throw home and get him out. And the bases will remain loaded, but no run will score as Samaras is out at home plate.
And that's not a bad play. You still have the bases loaded, but you have one out, and you don't allow the run to score. So
that is a successful play by the defense. But now they have to just make sure they do that 2 more times so no one will score.
And
D'Angelo
who
taking
knows,
the
maybe
pitch.
they'll get a double play ball up the middle for Hunter Rivera.
And this one was in the dirt. The last thing, Mike, that you want to see is D'Angelo throw one into the dirt and have Pennington score on one of those plays. That's just one of those errors that we were talking about that they can't be making.
Absolutely not. And Nevius, if he does throw one in the dirt, I think he's got the blocking skills necessary.
And this is a high fly ball by Sid Spanier. As he'll be called out. 2 outs now for Pennington.
And after leading off, with 3 straight hits, it's nice to see that you got an out, and now you have a pop out, and you're just 3 strikes away from escaping this unscathed.
And now up to bat we have Peter Vasson, number 16.
Son catcher right in there. He's a tall guy, but a little sleep.
2 strikes now for Vasson.
And right now, D'Angelo's got to put it in there again.
Now it is 2 strikes for Vasson. Counts now 1-2.
He's got to find his out pitch right now. He definitely needs it in the most right now.
That was a little high. They're going to call that a ball. So 2-2 now for Vasson.
It's not a bad location. It's,
Oh, it's over the plate for sure.
Yeah.
It's that height differential. That's what's getting him. And that's going to be a 3rd strike as D'Angelo throws a beam right down the middle of the plate. Gets Vasson looking. So that is the end of the top of the second. We'll be back to see if the Cardinals can do something on offense, despite the fact that they got a bases loaded out, all out on Pennington. We'll be right back here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV, Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 37, and on YouTube, LTPS Rewind. The boys from Ryder will be right back for commentary. In the meantime, here's Adam Zachariah for the Cardinals. He'll check swing on that. Should be ball 1. Here's the next pitch. And it's a line drive right past the pitcher. Throw does not get there in time. And so man on first for Lawrence as we lead off the bottom of the second inning.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back again here in Lawrenceville as Adam Zakaria just hit a single right past the pitcher into the hands of the second baseman, but he was not able to complete the play, being that Zakaria was just too fast and got to first base. Now up, we have Aiden Joe Doyne, a big hitter on this Cardinal team. And Zakaria's going to try to steal. The catcher's going to beam it over, but Zakaria's going to be a mile safe.
Now, Aiden Joe Doyne showed bunt, but I'm pretty sure that's just a tactic try to use to, psych out the pitcher and just confuse the catcher as well. So, really good plan executed.
Peter Vasson was the catcher on that play. Did not quite make the throw. As Aiden Joe Doyne is going to show a little bunt, but then he pulled back in the last couple seconds.
Who knows? Maybe he's actually trying to bunt.
I mean, they do have Zakaria in scoring position on second base, so why not advance the runner when you have no outs right now? I don't see that as a bad strategy at all.
I don't see it as a bad strategy, but I also think Aiden Joe Doyne has the strength to do it by himself. He's going to be able to make that hit to score Zakaria, and he doesn't need to give himself up in the process.
I also agree with that. I also believe that Joe Doyne could get a very nice hit, especially off this pitcher. I feel like that might also be a smart move. I say let him swing when you got only 1 out or no outs right now.
Yeah. Something that I recently noticed Aiden Joe Doyne, I don't know if this has been in previous games, but he has 2 different shoes on. They're the same brand, but on the left foot he has a red shoe, and on the right foot he has a black shoe. Now, I don't know if that's by design. I don't know if that's how they made it, but I just found it quite interesting, to say the least.
No, I definitely see what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I think they both look like they're Reebok. That might be how the shoes come like that, or might have just have two different players.
Maybe he got it customized.
I actually have, I know athletes. Aiden Jodoin, he fouls this one far. As this one almost hit some pedestrians. But yeah, some athletes I've seen, NFL, MLB, they actually will have two different cleats on. Some people will like one cleat on their one foot and one cleat on their other because they use those specific feet for specific, movements, cuts, like stuff like that. I've seen punters in the NFL with different cleats on. Obviously, they have a specific reason. But yeah, that's a good strategy as they're going to call him safe as Zakaria went to go steal third when people were talking and no one was realizing it.
And now the Pennington coach is going to run out to the bases umpire and try to get him to change his mind over there. It looked like Zakaria was going to be a dead duck over there, trying to steal
third. He was going to be way out, but he somehow maneuvered and finessed his way into being safe.
And the umpire just telling the Pennington coach right now, saying, Zakaria, he did this, and he was able to avoid that tag over there at third by Brunner.
As they're still arguing on the field right now, the Pennington coach is obviously not happy with that call. From here, it did look like what I could see. It looked like an easy out for the catcher, but then again, I did not see where his hand touched. That's more of the umpire's call.
I guess that's why we're in the broadcast booth
and
not the ones in the gray khakis and the blue shirts.
Aiden Jodoin now up. Still up, going against Ryan Harris. And this one's going to be a little faller into the plate.
I can hear the Lawrence Cardinals bench over here to my left getting just a little bit rowdy. We'll see if they continue to get even more rowdier as this game goes along. They're at a nice level on the bench.
And this one's going to be shot by Aiden Jodoin. That was going to be caught out in left field, I believe. And they're going to steal home, and that's going to be Adam Zakaria stealing home for the first run of this game.
And that's how you draw first blood here for the Lawrence Cardinals. Aiden Jodoin, he just needs to get that fly deep somewhere. Zakaria able to tag up. Nice and simple. Zakaria also with 2 stolen bases. So, very good
base running, yeah.
Very good at bat by Aiden Jodoin and very good base running by Adam Zakaria. Gets the first run for the Lawrence Cardinals.
So now up we have Shea McGuire for the Cardinals, seeing if he can tack on to this lead that Aiden Jodoin was able to bat in. And McGuire's going to bunt this one way over to third base. That's going to be beam over the first, but McGuire is too fast and made it to first base safely. So they have a man on first, Shea McGuire. 2 outs gone away. And next up we have number 16, Nick Quifreda.
Nick Quifreda, he is making his radio return into the lineup. We have not seen his name in the lineup for quite some time. He's the DH here today.
He is returning. Maybe getting hot in today's game. Who knows? And, that is a shot. Very high pop-up to the infield. And the first baseman will catch that. That was number 5, Amir Hassan.
It looked like he had a good swing, but he just got way under that one.
And so there's one more out to go for the Cardinals in this one. And Chris Nevis is up to bat.
Nevis is a good player all around. He's very solid in all the aspects of the game.
And that one, Shea McGuire tried to steal second, was not fast enough. The pitcher caught him on his lead, and it just turned into a pickle and got out at second. So the Cardinals took the lead here in the bottom of the second. Let's see if Pennington can retaliate in the top of the third here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV. That's Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 37, and on YouTube, LTPS Rewind. The boys from Ryder will be back in a moment to do some more commentary. In the meantime, now stepping up to the plate for Pennington will be number 1, Ing. That's 2 pitches to Ing. Both of them have been balls. Looking to see if we can get a strike. And there it is. 2-1 the count. For those of you just turning in, the Lawrence Cardinals are leading 1-0 at home against Pennington. And there's a hit. Throw to first will get there in time, and it's out number 1. Next up to the plate for Pennington should be Iorio. Iorio will take a couple of warm-up swings there, and now he'll step into the batter's box. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that will be a ball. Looking for the next pitch. There it comes, and that one's sent out of the park. Let's see where that ends up. Yeah, right fielder will send it back towards the pitcher, but Iorio safe at first. So Pennington now has a runner on base. Next up at bat, number 23, Blair for Pennington.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back in Lawrenceville as Ricky Ang just got grounded out to first, but David Iorio actually hit a single to shallow right field to get on base. Still, the score is 1-0 Cardinals.
Tune in to the 5th inning of every Lawrence Cardinal baseball game heard here on 107.7 The Bronx for the 5th inning prize inning. Be the first caller at 1-877-900-1077, and you'll win 2 Trenton Thunder baseball tickets plus a $20 gift card to your choice of restaurants, including Killarney's Public House, Enzo's La Piccola Cucina, and Trattoria Procaccini, courtesy of the Trenton Thunder and 107.7 The Bronx.
As Luke Blair just hit a shot to center field, but it was caught by the outfielder for an out.
Aiden Jodoin out there in center with the out for the Cardinals. And now you got a runner on first, 2 outs. It's been a better situation out there for Colin DeAngelo. Still not the ideal, but it's better than bases loaded, nobody out through 3 batters.
Absolutely, and somehow the Cardinals made sure that no one scored. The score is still 1-0 in their lead, so DeAngelo is in a good position right now, being that he got out of that jam. But we have Nick Samaras up, who could possibly do a lot of damage in this inning. So DeAngelo has to get through him first.
Samaras did have a nice piece of hitting in the first inning.
And this one is drilled to the third baseman, and that's going to be 1 at second, and that will be the inning as the ground out at second was in place.
Nice play by Heiner to get the lead runner.
So now the Cardinals will go back up to bat to see if they can tack on more runs to the one that they already have. Tune in on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV, Comcast Channel 19, and Verizon Channel 37.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back. Chris Nieves is up to bat.
Your pet matters, and
was up in the last inning. However, Shane McGuire got caught stealing to end the inning, so now he restarts in the bottom of the third.
Yep, and that's a risky swing by Nieves. He kind of went golfing on that one a little bit.
I don't know what he saw in that pitch.
Yeah, but he turned around and he realized that was not a smart decision to swing for that ball. He was kind of smiling about it.
Just a little bit by Chris Nieves.
And Harris is going to go. And Nieves is going to swing on that one. It's going to go far into shallow center. And the outfielder will make the play, stretching out for it. That's number 10, David Iorio, out in center field, making that tight grab.
David Iorio coming in real fast. Didn't have a lot of time to make that catch. I thought it was going to drop in there, but he was able to hold on.
Next up, you have number 3, Joey Heiner.
Joey
the
Heiner,
Cardinals.
that's a name that we have not seen in the lineup recently here on 107.7 The Bronx. But he makes his return yet again here today as the third baseman.
And that one's going to be hit to the second baseman and grounded out at first. There's 2 outs for the Cardinals in this one already. And now we have reached the top of the order. Ryan Castro will be batting next.
Joey Heiner hit that ball well. However, it was hit well to Ricky Eng over at second. So he is not on base and goes back into the dugout right there. And Castro trying to get something started with 2 outs in the inning.
Let's see what he can do, as he will take this one as a ball. Count 1-0 for Castro early on.
Very good discipline over there. You don't want to start down 0-1 on that pitch.
This one is fouled off high by Castro.
It's not it was a good pitch, but unfortunately he didn't get enough of it. Fouls it back.
Harris goes for the pitch, and that's a high ball.
And that was an easy take right there for Ryan Castro.
Yeah,
that
he
was
knew he was not swinging
way
at that
up.
for a while.
And now fastball count here 2-1. We'll see if he gets it.
And he's going to hit this one down the third baseline, but will end up foul.
I feel he got the fastball over there, but it's just he was anticipating it too much, and he was just pulled it just a bit too fast.
I agree. Yeah,
Just needs
definitely.
to be a little later on that. Although maybe Harris comes with something off speed.
This one's going to be shot over to center field, and that will be caught out once again by number 10, David Iorio. And that will be the end of the bottom of the third. But stick around. We have a lot more baseball to play. The top of the fourth is coming. We will see what Pennington can do on offense here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back in Lawrence, and Pennington is now up to bat to see if they can come back from this 1-0 lead, as number 7, Ryan Harris, is up at bat.
Ryan Harris, the pitcher man here for Pennington in this contest.
And he's going to hit this one over to the left field, and it will be perfectly placed for the outfielder to grab that.
I thought that was going to hit more towards left center, but I ended up drifting, and Shea McGuire didn't have to move too much out there and left.
Yeah. McGuire, speedy guy that he is, he usually could get to those balls, but that one he didn't even have to use his speed. He just jogged right over where the ball was being placed. And this one is another high ball over to center field. And this is going to be caught by Aiden Joe Doyne. And he will securely get the out.
2 quick outs by Colin D'Angelo, having a nice start to the 4th inning for him. And he's been doing really well so far after that horrendous 2nd inning, which he managed to get out unscathed.
Absolutely. And this
And
one's going to
now-
be the ball to the dirt as it hit the plate and bounced way up.
And now he's going with 2 quick outs, and that's all because he's just starting throwing strikes.
Yeah, just he's throwing in the strike zone. He's finding his command finally, and he's doing a good job of that, and getting these batters to, pop up and get those outfielders some outs over there.
Right now, I believe that was a little outside.
I agree.
And now he needs to find the pitch right now.
And this one's going to be a pass ball.
Han will wait patiently for the ball to come back into play. And looking for another pitch. That one's called for a strike. 2-2 the count now. Here's our next pitch. That one's well high for ball number 3. Full count now to Hahn.
And there's going to be a swing and a miss, striking out number 5, Amir Hassan.
3 strikeouts for Colin D'Angelo.
3 strikeouts on the day for Colin D'Angelo, really picking it up on these later innings. So that was the top of the 4th. We are going to the bottom of the 4th now to see if the Cardinals can get any more insurance runs on that one that they already have. We'll be right back here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV. The boys from Ryder will be back in a brief moment. In the meantime, Hunter Rivera will step up to the plate to lead off for the bottom of the 4th inning for the Lawrence Cardinals. Here's the first pitch to Rivera. Goes by for a strike. Next pitch to Rivera. That one's a ball.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com, live from the home of the Cardinals here in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. We are here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is Hunter Rivera up to bat for the Cardinals to lead it off. Hunter Rivera is 0 for 1 so far. He grounded out to short in the 1st inning. Tune in to the 5th inning of every Lawrence Cardinals baseball game, heard here on 107.7 The Bronx for the 5th inning prize inning. Be the first caller, 1-877-900-1077, and you'll win 2 Trenton Thunder baseball tickets, plus a $20 gift card to your choice of restaurants, including Colorni's Public House, Enzo's La Piccola Cucina, and Trattoria Procaccini, courtesy of the Trenton Thunder and 107.7 The Bronx.
And Hunter Rivera, count now 2-2 for Rivera. A very low-scoring game, like, a lot of good defense we're seeing in today's game. We're not seeing many errors though, and that's something that we thought we were going to see. Being in the Cardinals' path, they're making few mistakes on defense, but few but crucial mistakes, and that's something that we haven't seen today. And right now, they're winning the ball game 1-0. And I think if they continue to keep this good defense up, I think they're gonna continue to keep winning this ball game.
If they keep the good defense up, and if they have the bats just a little bit going. I mean, they scored a run in the 2nd, so who knows, maybe they'll score another run in the 4th. Yeah, this looks like the Lawrence Cardinals might come away with this, but it's definitely too early right now.
Absolutely. And the first pitch to Ryan Sullivan will be called strike. And here comes a second. And this one's going to be a shot way over the head of the pitcher, but to the second baseman, who made an error, speaking of a good one, had it in his glove, was not able to pick it up and throw it to the first baseman. And Ryan Sullivan was able to get on base safely.
And I was just about to say that, speaking about the no defensive errors, in fact, there was not an error recorded until that one by Somris. And even though he was good in the 1st inning, a little blunder here, it could definitely blow up the game for the Lawrence Cardinals.
And now we have Adam Zakaria up. Zakaria was the only person that scored in this ball game. He actually stole 2nd and 3rd base. Third and home. He actually stole 3rd and home.
No, he stole 2nd and 3rd. He went to home on the sacrifice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So he did so 2nd and 1st. And that 3rd base call was a little bit controversial. The Pennington coach did not agree with it. They kind of got into it, the ump. But we're going to see what he can do now, and he's going to foul this one off.
Fouled that one straight back and nearly into the middle school over there. And now Zakaria's got to protect that plate over here. And Zakaria, he's found his way into the lineup, and looks like he's here to stay.
Absolutely. Only run in the game so far. Let's see if he can do it again. And they're going to keep Sullivan honest. Harris throwing over to first base, making sure he's not going anywhere.
Which is a very nice strategy over there. Ryan Sullivan, he's a man of many trades out there over at first base. And he does pitch as well.
He does. You're right. Absolutely.
Right now, that was a good eye by Adam Zakaria.
Zakaria's going to focus in right now. Looking down the line, take the pitch. Harris is going to throw. Zakaria's going to swing and miss on that one, and that will be the second out for the Cardinals in this inning.
Oh,
I believe,
maybe not.
Oh, no, the ump said he's got one more. He gave
Our fault over
he
here.
gave the strikeout, so...
Maybe just a false alarm.
And he shoots this one right past the shortstop and between the third baseman. That's going to be a base hit for the Cardinals.
Right through the 5.5 hole
See
goes
what
Adam Zakaria.
See what that one extra strike did? You know, they're going to call him out, but then they realized they would hit another one on. And now he's on base with a runner advanced.
And now Aiden Joe Doyne, he's got runners on first and second, only one out. And we'll see what he could do over here. He did have that big sacrifice fly that drew first blood in this game. And I feel like he has the potential to come up with something big right now.
And Joe Doyne hits this one to left field. And this one's going to bounce just short. And he's going to mess up the throw a little bit on that one. And the bases are now loaded. And Joe Doyne's single. And up
He
next.
did mess up the throw, but he was still able to keep Ryan Sullivan from rounding third into home.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he muffed the ball on the bounce a little bit, and Sullivan was thinking about going home, but he saw he had control of it by the time he got to third, so he decided to make the smart move and not go. But now up we have Shea McGuire, who with a hit can do some real serious damage here.
Shea McGuire did get a hit down the third base line in his last AB, but he did get caught stealing to end that inning as well. So we'll have to see about this one here.
Yeah, with stealing bases, you win some, you lose some. You're not going to steal every base, but he's had some good ones in the past, and that one just didn't play out. But now look, they're in this situation. He has a chance for redemption. And it's going to be a really big shot for Shea McGuire.
Absolutely, and he just got to keep it nice and simple.
Harris having a little trouble keeping it in the air as he's throwing it downwards at the plate, a little out of the strike zone.
I think he knows what Shea McGuire can do up in this plate, so he's trying to, not give him anything cute.
As this one is a little outside, it looks like. So that's going to be called another ball for Harris, as that one's going to be 3-0.
I wonder if Harris thinks that it's actually better to walk in a run and pitch to Quifreda than it is.
And this one's going to go over the head of the first baseman. Sullivan will score as Zakaria is coming around fast. They're going to throw the ball. He will get there. Zakaria scores. And Shea McGuire is going to go over to second base and get a double on that play. So,
what a great piece of hitting. It's not hit particularly hard, but it's not hit where anyone is. And the right fielder, Spencer, came in and he airmailed that throw. And now 2 runs come in to score here. And now runners on second and third, nobody out. And Nick Quifreda, a guy who's been out of the lineup for quite a while, now he has the opportunity to make a lasting mark coming up big right here.
Perfect hit by Shea McGuire. I mean, he saw the first baseman was playing up and the fielder was playing farther enough back where he could split the difference between the two. Hit a blooper right there. It was perfect. It rolled over to the right fielder, and 2 runs were able to score. Great base running by him, too. He saw that the ball was going over to home. They were more concerned about the run getting home. So he just took off and went to second while all that was happening. So that's great baseball IQ by all of this Cardinal team who was on base.
Just a beautiful play all in all by the Lawrence Cardinals. And now it's a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead, and Nick Quifreda is up to bat with 2 men on still. We have Shea McGuire on second base and Aiden Joe Doyne at third, ready to come home. Still only 1 out for this Cardinal team.
Nick Quifreda has the good chance to really make an impression on Coach Andrew Scepter. He has been in this lineup before. He hasn't been in it quite recently.
This is a big opportunity for him to get some good hits here, maybe even hit a home run. That would be big.
It looks like he has that type of power. He's got the
It
build
does.
for
He
it.
does have the build for it. He's tall.
Although the dimensions out there in right field may be a little bit hindering. That fence is tall.
Yes, it is.
And it's 331 down the right field line.
It's a long shot, but it's definitely a possibility.
Something that would suffice as well is a gapper.
Yeah, just like Shea had, right over the head of the first baseman. It'll be perfect. We got two guys. They got two guys in scoring position.
Very good eye over there by Quifreda. Looked at that off-speed pitch, and he watched it through, sailing outside.
Absolutely. You gotta give Pennington credit here. Even though the score is now 3-0, they did a good job of holding this Cardinal offense off. Staying neck and neck with them most of the game. They just, they made a few key errors on defense, but other than that, this Pennington team has been getting hits on offense. They even had two guys on second base as hits, had multiple guys on first, and they've been doing a great job. It's just that the Cardinals have been doing one notch above them, not making any errors on defense. So Pennington is still doing a very good job, and they are absolutely still in this game. It's not over till it's over, so we're going to see what will happen next up at bat for Pennington.
They're still in this game, but they got to shore up the defense now. They only have one out in the inning.
Absolutely. This one is a high fly ball. And
headed towards the parking lot.
Definitely hit towards the parking lot. Probably hit a car somewhere.
Hope it's not your car.
Yeah, hope it's not my car.
The last game that we did broadcast here, it actually did hit a car that was moving.
It was a moving car. Yes, I remember that. And Quifreda's going to hit this one into play. Very high fly ball, but it's going to be caught out center. And Joe Doyne is going to try to score, and Shea McGuire is going to try to steal third. Shea is safe. Adam Joe Doyne scores. Still, now it's 2 outs for the Cardinals. But now it's going to be 4-0, and with a guy on third for the Cardinals. 1 out remaining.
And as for even any guy, especially for Nick Quifreda, that's exactly what you need to do. You don't need to do too much. You just need to put the ball in play, and most likely you'll score a run. And that's exactly what he did. He got that high enough to allow not only Aiden Joe Doyne to score, but also Shea McGuire to go to third.
And this one's going to be hit right over to the third baseman. They're going to be called out for number 15, Chris Nieves. So good inning by the Cardinals, tacking on 3 runs this inning to their lead. Up next, we are in the bottom of the fourth now. The top of the fifth, excuse me. We're going to see if Pennington can retaliate and get something going on offense. We will be right back here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV, where Pennington is now stepping up to the plate. Looks like Spear will be the first batter. First pitch is a ball. Here comes the next pitch, and it's a bunt. Pitcher will come up, send it over to first. Throws a little bit short. First baseman jumps for it, and his foot is off the bag long enough for Spear to get onto the first base. So a single for Pennington. Next player up, Vaughn.
Hey, Roshan. I see you with the sunglasses. Okay, Roshan.
Here comes the first pitch to Vaughn. And it's an attempted bunt, but pops up.
And while we were gone, Spencer hit a bunt single over on the first base line, and now you have Peter Vasson, the first baseman, just pop out to Colin D'Angelo.
Sid Spencer on the play. He's on first base currently. Peter Vasson, little blooper right to the pitcher, caught out. And now we have number 1, top of the order, Ricky Ang.
Ricky Ang, so far he is 1 for 2. He had the hit the hit in the first inning. And he had a ground ball up to third for Joey Heiner. See what he comes up with here in his third at-bat in inning number 5.
Let's see what he can do. You know, they have a bit of a lead to try to chop away at. 4-0 Cardinals right now. And there's only 2 innings left in this game. So, and they will throw over to first base.
That was a
D'Angelo.
very healthy lead over there by
Yeah,
Spencer.
no, definitely
That
a
was
good call by
way
D'Angelo
too big.
to get him back.
I'm surprised he got back in time.
And he's going to steal. They're going to gun it over to him, and it's going to be a pass ball. But he's going to stay at second, being that that the Cardinals recovered the ball in time. That was Aiden Jodoin who was able to get the pass ball over at second.
Hunter Rivera played that ball a little bit weird for my liking over there. I thought that was going to be a good pitch.
Yeah, I saw
Yavis
that.
got that up high.
He did.
And I thought it was going to be a good throw, but
I think the
no.
base runner had something to do with it. And they're going to bunt this one. It's going to eventually go foul. But like I was saying, I think the base runner had something to do with Rivera's funky way of trying to catch the ball. He was coming in, he slid. The base runner purposely slid there, so Rivera couldn't comfortably grab that ball and tag him out. It's a good strategy used by a lot of base runners in baseball, and that's just something that happened. Rivera couldn't get there in time, or else he was going to step on the base runner, and he managed to be safe. So good strategy by number 8. Sid Spencer, and this one's a high pop-up to, looks like center field, and that will be caught by Aiden Jodoin as Spencer's trying to steal third, but he will not.
Not going to test the arm of Aiden
No,
Jodoin,
not gonna-
very
no.
close in towards the infield.
Yes, he would have had that. I can guarantee that Jodoin would have had that out. We've seen his arm in action, very powerful.
Absolutely. And that was a very smart choice over there by Sid Spencer. And now he could be driven in by Iorio.
Up to bat right now.
Looks like he took time over there. Not a bad strategy. D'Angelo's getting into a rhythm. He's been really pitching well right now.
Late, it started off a little rough, Finally, in these later innings, he's been pitching really well, putting the ball where he wants it and where he wants it to be hit. And, still keeping up that good velocity on those pitches.
Great block by Nevius over there. It could have been disaster if he didn't block. It could have had Sid Spencer take third on that pass ball, something you don't need right now.
No, absolutely.
Because even though you're up 4-0 in the 5th, you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Pennington
Anything
still
can
has a lot of chances.
Exactly. And with a guy in scoring position, you pass that ball up, he goes to third. What happens if it happens again? He's coming home. So you do not want to pass a ball in this situation, especially to keep the lead. And this one's going to be right down the middle for D'Angelo, called strike.
Nice pitch right up there, establishing his zone. That first pitch strike. And now he can go anywhere.
This one will be low and called a ball.
Seems like the ump strike zone's a little bit high from the lower extremities.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it looked like it was high enough, but yet again called it a ball. But at least he's consistent. I'll give the umpire that credit.
Yeah,
He's
that's
consistent.
true. That's a big thing about reffing or officiating a game is the consistency. If you're making a call for one team, you got to make it for the other, and that's something that this umpire's been doing well in today's game.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
And D'Angelo's going to take the pitch on this one, and this is going to be walked.
A rare blunder over there by Colin D'Angelo, and now Coach Andrews out there is going out there to talk to D'Angelo, and actually I think he might be. Is he done? No, I think he's just going to give some words of encouragement. It's been his second. It's been his first walk since that horrific second inning. Just give him some words of encouragement. He's been performing so well up until this point.
Absolutely. We have, number 8, Sid Spencer is now on third base, and he's in a very big scoring position.
I don't think he's actually on third. I think he's just right there to talk to the third base or maybe he is.
Yeah, I believe he just stole third, and they were not paying attention when it happened. That could be counted as a big mistake on defense. Like I'm saying, these mistakes will kill you. Not paying attention, and the guy steals third base, the big scoring position. That's a lot of risk to be taken.
Yeah, now you got runners on the corners, 2 away. Who knows? Pennington could get strike right back in this game.
And D'Angelo throws a nice strike down the middle, a little breaking ball action.
That's the pitch you need to start the inning, or start the batter, rather.
Absolutely. And now, these special pitches in high school, when you see them, they're not as crazy as you see in the MLB. They're nothing like, they don't break.
Absolutely not.
Crazy. But you can still see a little bit of movement, and that's still very big. That's not something people can hit easily at all. So if you get any type of movement, especially at playing at this level, that's very impressive.
Absolutely. Most of the training is spent on fastball, and everyone wants to get fast. But if you can develop that slow pitch,
absolutely. That went off the toe of the pitcher almost, and they're gonna get him out on a great stretch play by Ryan Sullivan. And this one was bounced off the foot of D'Angelo and was obtained by the second baseman. Pitched it over to Sullivan, and Sullivan stretched out and got the out. So that will be the end of the top of the 5th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 5th to see what the Cardinals can do to their lead. We'll be right back here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching LTPS TV.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are here in the bottom of the 5th. Joey Heiner settling in for his second at-bat of the day.
Yeah, and Heiner is now up. They're going to see if they can tack on any more lead to the 4-0 lead that they have right now. And he's going to hit this one over to the second baseman, shortstop, and he will be called out.
Joe Heiner with a couple ground outs on the day. Unfortunately, not hitting them where they ain't.
Yep.
Which is something that is a key to a good hitter in this game, hitting them where they ain't.
And after Heiner is out, that brings up the top of the order. Once again, Ryan Castrol is up.
Castrol 0 for 2 so far, but don't let that fool you. He can strike from anywhere.
Exactly. He can come back at any time. And this one's going to be fouled off by Castrol. Count now 1-0. 0-1.
And that swing over there didn't hit it the way that he wanted to, but if he gets a pitch and he uses that same exact swing, it could be trouble for Pennington.
Absolutely.
And right now he's also looking at the pitches really closely. That one in the dirt. Great block over there by Vassan.
Harrison go for the pitch. Castrol, this was a low in the dirt pitch. That's a pitch that you don't want to make when there's guys on base. Now it's fine, nobody's on base, but that's a big pass ball right there. That can really do some damage to your team, especially in the drought that they're already in. Down 4 runs late in the game. They need all the help they can get. And this one's going right over to the pitcher. He's going to put this right to first base, and he will be out, Ryan Castrol, and that will bring up Hunter Rivera.
That wasn't the pitch that Ryan Castrol should have swung at. The previous 2 pitches, they were in the dirt. This one did get a little bit of elevation. That one was in the strike zone, but he swung way over the top of it. And it's an easy chopper over to the pitcher, Harris, and nice throw, and he bounces out.
Absolutely.
And right now we have Hunter Rivera.
Hunter Rivera is up. He's going to take this one far on the first pitch, and that's going to go over to right center field, but it will be caught to end the inning. So that was the bottom of the 5th inning. We were going to the top of the 6th inning to see what else could happen in this scoring game. 4-0 Cardinals as of right now. We will be back in the top of the 6th here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV. Boys from Ryder will be back shortly. Hopefully our cameraman will join us. There we go. And looks like Parsons will be stepping up to the plate for Pennington. See how he fares. Cardinals are leading 4-0 at home. And that pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Parsons will step back into the box. Here's the pitch. That one's high for another ball.
Congratulations to Steve Kaminsky from Hamilton. He was the winner of our 5th inning prize inning. He won 2 Trenton Thunder tickets and a $20 Killarney's Public House gift card. Congratulations from the Trenton Thunder and 107.7 The Bronx. And on the play, they're going to be called safe at first base for Pennington. Ryan Sullivan did not quite get the out on that one. And the ump is going to call them safe.
That was a wild throw by Zakari over there at short. And right now, Andrew Scepter going out again to the mound, trying to calm D'Angelo down. It's been quite a while since he's allowed a leadoff base runner. Did it last in the last in the 5th inning. So he might be starting to get a little bit weary out there. And we'll see as we enter this 6th inning.
Yeah, there's a possibility that they take D'Angelo out. I mean, his pitch count has to be high. He's been in all game. It's already the top of the 6th, you know. He's only got to go 2 more innings, including this one.
And he has 3 strikeouts, too, so...
So, yeah, they're going to call out D'Angelo, and they're going to put in number 14, Ryan Kaleblind.
Ryan Kaleblind, we have not seen him in the broadcast. We'll now get his first look. Although I believe, isn't he the quarterback, Ryan? Kaleblind?
Yeah, he was, hold on, we are getting some information that Kaleblind is not on the team. We're going to see who this pitcher is.
It says... All right.
So the next pitcher that will be up is Kevin Delapaz, and he will be replacing D'Angelo in this one. Sorry of our mix-up with the sheet here.
Yeah, our sheet says number 14's Raul Kaleblind, but we've got other words here in the booth. So Kevin Delapaz is actually on the mound for the Lawrence Cardinals. Sorry for that little confusion.
And he will be the one to maybe close this game out.
Yeah. Defense is still the same, though.
Yeah, defense, everything else has made a change. The pitcher change on this one.
All right. We are now in the pitching change. Delapaz will get to see our first taste of him. See how he does here. He's got runners on first. He got a runner on first. No one out.
And it looks like he is going against Ryan Harris, the pitcher for Pennington currently. And they were going to go head-to-head and see who will win this battle. The top of the 6th inning. 4-0 still. Cardinals lead.
Now, I did see Luke Blair warm up in the bullpen for Pennington. So we'll see. It might be the end of the line for Harris as well.
Oh, interesting.
And Harris has... It's not as great as D'Angelo had, but he pitched okay. He's kept Pennington in the game.
Yeah, four earned runs for him today. That's going to be 1 out, and that's going to be off the base a little bit as Rivera could not make the throw cleanly over the first, but he was able to get the second guy out. So, therefore, no advancement for the runners. He's going to send home Nick Samaras.
Samaras out on, the lead runner. He is out now. And it's just, placing the runners over there first.
Absolutely.
And you getting it out in the process.
So now there's 1 out for Pennington. Ryan Harris on first base, and Chad Bruni is up at bat.
Runner is 1 for 2 so far with a single to right.
And Brunner's going to hit this one hard, bouncing over the head of the shortstop, number 7 on the Cardinals, Adam Zakaria.
Zakaria with the tough top over there just couldn't handle it over there. And let it dribble into center field, and now a runner on first and second, only one away. And now Del Paz has got to find his pitch right here. Keep continuing to throw strikes.
Absolutely. That's the name of the game. Now we have number 14 on Pennington up to bat. Number 14 is pinch hitting, actually, for Amir Hassan, it looks like. And that's Hunter Archer is his name. And he is tall. He's got some build to him. Looks like he's definitely a weapon in the batting box.
He's got that tall. He's leaning over the plate in a nice right-handed stance. We'll see if he can add something to this offense who needs to get sparked right now in the top of the sixth.
Only one out in the top of the sixth, 2 men on. And they could possibly do some damage here with Archer. And another low pitch from Del Paz.
Del Paz hasn't had the best start to his outing here today, but he can still turn it around.
And first strike for Del Paz.
And that's something that he needs to do more and more. Build that confidence with just that one strike. Build on from it.
Count 2-1. This one's going to be hit right over to the third baseman. Misses. And a run looks like it's going to score for Pennington. So
that's Harris coming in to score, so he scores for himself, gets the first run for Pennington.
And so we got 2 guys on base for Pennington right now. Hunter Archer is at first, while Ryan Harris is over at second.
Oh, that would be Brunner.
Brunner at second.
Harris just came in to score.
I believe Harris just came in to score. And now we have number 8, Sid Spencer, up to bat. So still only 1 out in this game, in this inning for Pennington.
Yeah, still 1 out, and right now they have the tying run out at the plate in Sid Spencer. And Sid Spencer, if he can get on base, he can wreak some havoc out there on those bases. Sid Spencer did steal a base in his last AB.
Yeah, this is a shot by Spencer. This one's going to be called out.
And that's an out that you definitely need. And it's quick, too. Just one pitch, you get him to hit it, and it's right there for McGuire. And now you have 2 outs, and hopefully you can get out of this just down 3 runs. And we have another pinch hitter, so Pennington rolling out their pinch hitters. It's
Peter Tarpinian is up now to hit. He is taking the place of, I believe, Peter Vassan.
That is correct.
Yeah, they're going to try to get something going again. They already tacked on 1 run. The tying run is at home plate right now. So a home run would definitely push this game a little farther.
Definitely, but that's not something that you need right now. What you need is base runners.
And hits. Hits would be a big part right now.
Especially with 2 outs. You just need to get on base somehow, some way.
Pitch down the middle. Del Paz. Strike.
You got to put the tying run on the base.
Yep, and Del Paz is trying to avoid that right now, throwing some good heat, keeping his pitches where they want to go, and that one's going to be swung at and tipped off. Count now 0-2.
I have a feeling Pennington's going to keep rolling out their pinch hitters.
Yeah, me too.
Because I believe I just saw their first base coach, who's actually a player, run into the bench. We'll see if any more developments on pinch hitters.
Yeah, that was low into the dirt, That's fine.
Not a bad pitch over there by Del Paz.
Yeah, no, not one at all. You got
a change of pace.
You don't want to
just
throw
needs to locate it.
Yeah, exactly. But now the count was 1-2, and this one's going to be a shot over to the And that's going to be safe. The shortstop right now cannot seem to find his glove too well. That's 2 balls in a row right to him. That was muffed. Could not make the play. So now bases are loaded with top of the order at the plate, Ricky Yang.
And Ricky Yang, he is 1 for 3 so far. That hit coming in the very first batter of the ball game. And now he's got a chance. Maybe he can pull this Pennington team to within
First
one
pitch
possibly.
is a strike for Cardinals. Now, 2 plays in a row. Adam Zakaria made a mistake. Balls were going right to him, and he was not able to capitalize.
He's not
on
playing them
those.
right now. And although I'm not giving him an error, his coaches are pretty frustrated. On that last play, I hear the coaches yelling, "Make a play" to Adam Zakaria over there. And we know that he can
And this
do
one
better.
is shot over to left field, and this one's going to score 1, and they're going to be safe. Going to be called out at third. As
What
he
a great play
as he
by
tried
Joey
to
Heiner cutting
run
it
the-
off.
He tried to run around the corner, and he did not make it back to third, where Heiner was able to get the ball out and play at the third base to make the out. So a run does score for the Pennington, but Cardinals will take their lead and keep their lead at 4-2 still. We will be heading into the bottom of the 6th right now to see if the Cardinals can tack on any more runs to their lead. We will be right back here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back here in the home of the Cardinals. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, where this awesome game right now, both sides scoring, both sides making a huge effort to try to win this ball game. Crucial for both sides, both teams in this game. Playoffs are right around the corner. They're both trying to make a push, and this is something that's big win for today, right, Mike?
Absolutely. A win for either of these teams will make any coach happy and sure to give them some momentum heading into these playoffs. And right now, this has been a thriller game. We have been treated to some really quality baseball here. Pennington just got themselves really back into this game with that top of the 6th inning. And now we have Ryan Sullivan leading off. We'll see if he can try to spark some insurance for the Cardinals.
And if that's a first pitch right here, Ryan Harris pitches to Ryan Sullivan. It's going to be called strike.
I thought Ryan Sullivan did not go around, but unfortunately that is not the case.
Nope. And there's going to be 2 strikes as they were both in the strike zone. I thought that one was a little low, but I think that's something that should have been called earlier on in the game.
Sullivan 0 for 2 reached on an error in his last at.
And this one's going to be a high fly ball over to left field. They're running. It's going to be foul, it looks like.
Looks like they just ran out of room out there between the left fielder Amrod and the third baseman Brunner.
And this one is going to be all the way off.
And now Ryan Sullivan with another chance here. He knows where the strike zone is. He looks at pitches really well.
And another pop-up ball. I can't see the ball, but out of play for
way
sure.
out of play. So, good over there. Again, that's another example of Ryan Sullivan just looking at the pitches. And yet again, and now he looked at that one, and he's a guy that's really disciplined. And if he does find out that it's a strike, he just protects against it until he gets something that he wants.
Exactly. That one is going to be called ball as it was outside and down left a little bit.
And now he's fought back from 0-2 to a 3-2 count.
And this one's a swing and a miss, but it's going to tip off and be caught by the catcher. Therefore, out.
A little
for Sullivan.
uncharacteristic of Sullivan over there. I thought he would have taken that pitch, but maybe he was just a little bit too eager over there. Figured, I really want to hit. I really want to get on base.
Absolutely. I mean, of course, they all do. Absolutely. It's the name of the game. And, went. Adam Zakaria.
Zakaria kicking himself over there. He knew that he went around, and he knew that he shouldn't have.
Yeah. And, he needs to make up for his mistakes previous in the game. You know, he had 2 botched balls in the outfield, in the infield, I'm sorry, and, you know, it's something that he's got to get redemption for, and this is a great way to do it. You know, get on base, get some hits for your team. That's a good way to capitalize on mistakes he made on defense.
Absolutely. And if he can come around to score as well, he's also a good base runner.
Popped up ball all the way to left field, and that's going to be caught out.
It's a catch over there in left field by Rob Amrad.
Next up, we have Aiden Jodoin hitting for the Cardinals.
Jodoin, he is 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly in the second inning. He's been doing really well today with the bat, and he's also made some plays in the field. And right now, Aiden Jodoin looking for something that he can hit here, trying to get something started here. You need some insurance as you're only up by 2, especially when you came into the 6th inning only up by 4.
Absolutely.
So some insurance should be in order for these Lawrence
you don't want to lose that lead that you had. You had four runs on them. You let up 2. Now you only have a 2-run lead. You don't want to let up on that. You got to keep your foot on the pedal the whole entire game. This one is bopped over to third, and it's going to be shot to first, and he's going to be out to end the inning.
Bang, bang, play over at first, but the bases umpire says that throw by Somerus right on time.
Absolutely, and it was. We'll be right back for some more Cardinal baseball here on 107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network on LTPS TV. That's Comcast Channel 19, Verizon Channel 37, and on YouTube, LTPS Rewind.
107.7 The Bronx and 107.7thebronx.com. We are back live from the home of the Cardinals for the top of the 7th inning, and the Lawrence Cardinals have a 4-2 lead over Pennington. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Castrol comes in from right field to close it out for the Cardinals. And right now he is facing Ricky Eng. He is 2 for... Oh, wait. Pardon me, it's Iorio. Sorry, my bad. He is 1 for 2 with a walk.
So this one's going to be a blooper over to the second baseman who's going to pitch it, and it's going to be a pass ball over at first base, but Awario is going to make the smart choice not to go. But there will be a single over at first, and that's a hit. Now, if the Cardinals close this one out, this will be the end of the ball game. But that's top of the 7th, you know. They're in the lead. There's no reason for them to bat.
Yeah,
but
right now the start has not been too bad.
Exactly. No outs. Guy on first.
Another botch by Adam Zakaria over there at short, and I believe the coaches were just discussing whether they still want him in there because he hasn't been performing that well defensively as far as these last 2 innings have been concerned.
Absolutely. And Castro, you know, he's a great pitcher, great closer. He's got to step up here and do his job.
Ooh, that looked like a good pitch to me.
Yeah, no, these were
maybe just a little bit outside for the umpire's liking.
The problem is we are looking at it from the left side. The ump is going to be right behind it. We can't really see if it's over the plate. We can only see the where it is on the batter between his knees and his chest.
Our vantage point is not the best here. We are just outside the Lawrence Cardinals dugout on the third base side, so absolutely right on that point.
I believe it is now 3-0 for Castro on the second batter.
Definitely not the start that you want, especially when you have the first guy reaching on an error.
Absolutely.
He needs to get back in this game, throw some strikes like he did just right there. Nice and simple.
Now it counts 3-1. Nice strike there by Castro. Now upside for the Cardinals right now. The double play is in effect. It's definitely a possibility, but the ball has to be put into play for that to happen. And that is definitely put into play. That is a high shot. And that's going to be bounced off the left field fence. And that's going to be a big, big hit for Pennington. As now they have a guy on second and third with no outs and only trailing by 2.
The tying run is in scoring position. The go-ahead run's at the plate. And right now that is very big. And who knows, maybe that error by Zakaria is proving them costly right now.
Yeah, definitely. Number 9 is up.
But that was
Nick Somaris is up at the plate. Definitely could deal some damage here. And this one's going to be hit over to the second baseman. And 1 run will score, but they will obtain an out. Man on third for Pennington. So the score is now 3-4, man on third, 1 out.
Could see a run for an out, but now the downside to that is, as you know, Arroyo also goes home.
Now, Mike, there's only one out. So the sacrifice fly is in play. So all he has to do is hit this one deep, and this is a tied-up game.
Just needs to put the
top
ball
of the
in.
seventh.
Just needs to put the ball in play in general. There's only just a few select possibilities that won't drive in that run.
And this was one of them. He's going to throw home, and then they're going to call him safe. And they're going to say the tying run was there. I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm not agreeing with that statement either, and I thought the umpire was about to call him out.
The ball was perfectly placed on the guy's body, and as Nieves caught it and put it to his body, I believe he got him out before he touched the plate. Now, that's what I saw, and I have a pretty good view of the plate from my side. Mike, what did you see?
Our vantage point, it looked like that throw was right there, and Nieves just able to slap that tag on Blair, but the umpire says no. And who knows? I mean, our vantage point is pretty close, but the umpire is even closer. And now we're all tied up here. And now the go-ahead run is on the bases, still just 1 away.
So now the score is 4-4, and these Pennington batters are on fire. We have number 13, Chad Brunner, up at the plate. He might be able to do some damage too. And he hits it right over to the first baseman, Ryan Sullivan, who has missed. And they're going to get an extra hit on this one. And now it's still 1 out for Pennington. Men on second and first. Another guy in scoring position.
It's another guy in scoring position, but it could have been another guy on third base with 1 out. What a great job by Colin DeAngelo out there in right field, who re-entered the game in the 7th inning to cut that off.
And like I said, Mike, early in the 4th inning, and both of us said this game is not over. This game is much farther than over. Like I said, Pennington was doing things good. They just needed to capitalize on their mistakes, which they did on offense. They, started hitting, rallied back fast, and were able to get hits in this inning. And it's just looking like they're on fire now with only 1 out and 2 men on. So they show bunt. And this one's going to be muffed and touched outside, and he cannot get anyone out. Davis muffed the ball on the first baseline and was not able to retrieve it and get out. So the bases are loaded once again in this inning.
We've had some questionable calls by the home plate umpire, but this one was a very spot-on call. He saw that Nieves, the ball was in fair territory, and Nieves muffed that ball.
And made it foul, but since he touched it, it was still fair. And now bases loaded. Now Castro, it's not that Castro's doing bad in this inning. He's actually pitching very well. The only problem is the fielding was in this inning was just not good.
Yeah, the fielding is not there, and that's something that's really just not really great for your confidence as a pitcher. When you're pitching a great ball game, but your defense just not there for you, and now the loss could all be on your shoulders.
Sid Spencer up to bat right now, counting out 0-2. Let's see if Castro can put another one away. This would be huge for him.
Yeah, considering you're all tied up, you don't want to head into the bottom of the 7th down a run.
No, you do not, because it would be very difficult for people to come back with that one.
Especially when you have Shea McGuire to lead off that inning, and then followed by Quifreda and Nieves. But he's got to get Sid Spencer out right now.
Spencer up to bat.
He's got to find his pitch.
All Spencer has to do is just fly this one out. And that one's going to be called strike looking. Good pitches by Castro. And now we have number 16, Peter Vasson, up to bat. Maybe he could do some damage on this play.
Absolutely. You never know what he can do. We'll see right here. We have the bases loaded, 2 away. Ryan Castro He's got to make his pitches right now. He's got to throw these strikes.
And remember, Castro cannot walk in a run here, or else this game is going to be put into a very different perspective.
Can't put
for
him
the
anywhere.
Cardinals.
Can't put him anywhere.
Man, this one's going to be foul, tipped off by Vasan.
Not a bad pitch. You do get a strike on that. Now you just got to find that location where Vasan can miss.
Absolutely, and I think low is his weakness here, and that's what Castro is seeing too. So he's just trying to put it down lower. And it's going to be called a strike. Vasan's got to swing on something here if he wants to bring his guys home. I mean, he's just looking right down, and that's 2 strikes for Vasan already.
I think Vasan was expecting fastball, but right way to go off speed for Ryan Castro.
And this one's a little outside. Vasan, good eye.
Little outside, trying to get him to swing, on trying to pull the string, but just couldn't get it. But he's got to find his out pitch right now.
This is a high foul ball.
And that was yet another great pitch by Ryan Castro. Put it in a difficult spot, and pretty much the best thing you could do with that if you're Vasan is foul that off like he did right there. And we'll see where he goes from here. Does Castro go back to the fastball, or does he go back to that great off-speed pitch, try to freeze him again?
This is going to be hit to the right fence foul. It's racking up Castro's pitch count.
I think Vasan was expecting off-speed because he got the hard stuff, but he was way late on there. Almost took off the first base coach, who's actually a player himself.
Yep. So Castro down the middle on this one. Full count now. And that was going to be a strikeout for Castro. So Castro saves this inning with a tied-up game. Pennington scored 2 runs in this inning. Making a comeback, going to bringing us to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back to see if the Cardinals can walk this one off here on 107.7 The Bronc and 107.7thebronc.com.
107.7 The Bronc is on deck. Let's go back to our Bronc broadcasters for this presentation of the Lawrence High School Cardinals baseball, only on 107.7 The Bronc.
Play ball!
We are back in this very exciting game. It is the bottom of the 7th, where the Cardinals are going to try to win this one with a walk-off. And the score is now tied up 4-4. Last half inning, the Pennington scored 2 runs to tie it up early on. And now the Cardinals are looking to win this one in OT.
New pitcher out for the Pennington. It is actually the DH who now on the mound, Luke Blair. So basically they just dropped that DH spot. And now
Shea McGuire is up at bat. He will be the lead off in this 7th inning rally.
Shea McGuire right now, up until this point, he is 1 for 2. He reached on an error in his last appearance.
And Blair is just throwing some heat out there off the bat.
Yeah, I saw Blair warming up in the bullpen, a bit earlier, and he's fired up right now.
That's going to be a low pitch for Shea. Good eye by Shea McGuire on that one.
I've said it once and I've said it again. It doesn't matter how fast you throw. What matters in any baseball is that you place where you throw it.
Absolutely, I agree. Just having that extra speed just helps that much more.
Great tactic. What a great time. There wasn't a better time to call timeout for Shea McGuire right there, because you know that Blair's fired up out there on the mound. Shea McGuire calling timeout, getting him off his rhythm early on. Even if he doesn't even have a rhythm yet.
Gotcha.
And right now we'll see how this battle pays off between the 23s.
And Shea McGuire is going to hit this one over the head of the third baseman, and he's going to be able to get on base for a single hit. Up next, we have number 16, Nick Coifreda.
Coifreda, he is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly in his last at-bat. Or plate appearance, rather, because sacrifice flies technically do not count as at-bats.
Yep.
They're just plate appearances. But Sacrifice Flies, they do drive the run in. And I believe that has been, he has drove in the last runs for the Lawrence Cardinals. We'll see if he can drive him in again.
First pitch for Quifreda was thrown strike by Blair.
Yet again, Shea McGuire taking healthy leads out there.
Blair gonna make sure McGuire does not go anywhere.
Don't miss a pitch of Lawrence Cardinal baseball on the Bronx. Plug into the action via your mobile device. Download the Bronx free iTunes and Google Play app. Search WRRC to listen to every play on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet.
And that's going to be a pass ball by the catcher. Shea McGuire is going to be able to steal second on that play. So no outs. We got Shea McGuire on second and Nick Quifreda at the plate right now. The winning run is on second for the Cardinals. No outs remaining.
A big no-no for Peter Vasson. He needs to block that ball, but he's not able to right now. And Shea McGuire, yet again, such a smart base runner. He's able to move up to second. He's got really great baseball IQ. He knows when to go and when to not.
Absolutely. Base running IQ. Huge.
And now Quifreda can come up big.
And that was a little bit high. I'll call that a ball.
Good eye by Quifreda. He knows that he just needs to get this into the outfield somewhere. And Shea McGuire, he has pretty decent speed over there at second. Could bring him home.
And this one is fouled off by Quifreda. Shea McGuire out there ready to go.
Yeah, Shea McGuire, he's just hoping. He just wants to run around those bases and score that final run. Hopefully the fifth and the final run here for the Cardinals as they're looking to walk it off.
Quifreda's going to hit this one right over to the second baseman, and he's going to be out. But Shea McGuire will advance to third.
Now, I bet Quifreda wanted to be the hero in that at-bat, try to spray it into the outfield, try to give a chance for Shea McGuire. But that's not a bad, at-bat by Quifreda. Oh, wait.
It looks like the Quifreda is actually safe.
They actually called him safe.
They're calling him safe on that play. And they're going to have a...
Oh, I think they called interference. have our MVP here. It is Joey Heiner, Mr. Walk-Off himself. How does it feel right now to get the hit and be admired by all your teammates?
It feels good. I finally got one in play where I can get there safely. Everything turned out good. We had a little mess-ups in the field, but, we really picked it up.
I'm Ryan Connolly along with Mike Riccione. Have a good night.